Okay, so we're gonna make sweet potato casserole, which is probably my favorite side dish of Thanksgiving. So I've got like 6 large sweet potatoes here, and the best way to cook the sweet potatoes is actually to put them in a crock pot with a cup of water and cook them on low for about 6 hours. They turn really caramelized and sweet, and they are delicious. Maple syrup. They are sweet, but this is the holidays, you know. A little bit of coconut sugar. Then we're gonna add 2 eggs to this. Oops, we don't need him. 1. And this dish you can actually make the day in advance and heat up the day of, so it solves a lot of your problems. A little bit of milk. Now this recipe can easily be done dairy-free and gluten-free, so however you need to. I've got a little bit of cinnamon and salt in here. And I actually love cardamom. It's one of my favorite spices. It goes great in here too. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna use a hand mixer and I'm going to blend this, okay? I want it really smooth, not a lot of chunks. And you know, if you don't love sweet potatoes, I just don't know if we could be friends. Just kidding. But this is really, really good. Just gonna mix it for about 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want everything really well incorporated and not a lot of big chunks of sweet potato. Beautiful. I'm going to set this aside. Let's clean up, because we have to clean as we cook. Next, we're gonna make the topping. Some people do marshmallows, not a fan. I love nuts, so that's what we're gonna use today. I'm gonna use a combination of pecans, what's the correct way to say? Who knows? And walnuts. These are my 2 favorites. I use whole versions and I chop them up. You could do almonds too, but this is my favorite. So I'm actually using coconut flour for this. You can use regular flour, but this is kind of how I make this recipe gluten-free. You can do almond flour. Sky's the limit. A little bit more coconut sugar, and then some cinnamon. And we're gonna get all this together. Let me grab a spoon. So just kind of stir this up and incorporate it really good. You can kind of see the coconut flour gets into little chunks. And then we're gonna combine it with some butter. If you wanna make this dairy-free, you can use avocado oil, which is a great oil because it's neutral, so it's not gonna give you a lot of flavor. And then some maple syrup. This makes it sticky and gooey, and it does give you that hint of maple flavor. And just reminds me of the holidays. Look at that. I mean, you could top that over some ice cream or something. Who doesn't love that? Okay, now what we're gonna do is put it all together. Big giant dish, deep dish. So, put all of your sweet potato mixture in the big old casserole dish. This really is a simple recipe to make. It takes you like 15 minutes. The crock pot does all the work for you as far as cooking the sweet potatoes. And I'm telling you, that is the best way. I've done it in an Instapot, I've done it in the oven. The crock pot's the best way. There's a little skin, we'll leave him out. So there's my sweet potatoes. And now I'm gonna take my topping and just dollop it all over. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover this with a little bit of aluminum foil, which is not my favorite, but my other dish that has the made-in top is currently being occupied. So do what we can do. If I do use aluminum foil when I cook, I try not to let it touch the food. So this is not gonna touch the food, so it's gonna be fine. So we're gonna cook this at a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. And what you can do is you can make this the night before cook it Thanksgiving Day or holiday day or whatever you're doing. Spread that around. Oh my goodness. I could just eat this with a spoon now. Okay, so I'm gonna get this in the oven, 350 degrees for about 45 minutes, really just till it's warm all the way through. And then when it's all done, you're just gonna serve this up. And it is absolutely creamy, a little bit sweet, a little bit crunchy from the nuts, and it's so delicious.